when taking the world's best hi-fi system with its understated, timeless design to move the product forward to another category is quite a challenge. So how do you take a product such as this into the realms of true luxury? You start with the basic aesthetic design, then zinc plating, then copper plating, then nickel plating, and finally taking the project to some of the industry's best jewelers in the oldest part of the United Kingdom in Birmingham, applying a 99.9% purity 24-carat gold plating to the faceplate itself, identifying the unique and limited edition badge on the top of the unit, and then anodizing the rest of the unit in the same beautiful luxury textured gold material for the rest of the chassis too. Then you carry that entire philosophy forward onto the transducers themselves, highlighting the badge on the top of the unit in 24-carat gold, the grills, the pins, and the housing. The entire process taking 2 weeks, 2 engineers, and 80 man-hours. Mission accomplished. When you have something that's already at its foundation great, why not add a touch of luxury? The Warwick Acoustics Aperio is back for a reassessment after the initial review. This is 1 year on. Let's discuss. The design internally, transducers and power requirements and philosophy has not changed. This is identical to the black and silver variants we reviewed, and there will be a link for you at the end of this reassessment to familiarize yourself with the original review. This reassessment will be concentrating predominantly on the durability, the sustainability, and also the longevity of the sound quality in a very fast-moving industry. How has this product been faring? We've been quite fortunate. This product was here at CMA for 6 months, so we have used it long term. But having a couple of months break from the unit and then have it come back in, and in the intervening time, having reviewed the HE-1 Orpheus from Sennheiser, the Shangri-La Senior from Hi-Fi-Man, and taking some of the best planars and dynamic headphones of the industry, the Spirit Torino Valkyria, the Susvaras, the 1266, etc., on the world's best hi-fi systems such as the AIC10 Riviera, LTA Z10E, etc., is time to get a fresh perspective on this unit. Let's quickly remind ourselves of the sound characteristics of the unit itself. This feels like a pair of speakers on your ears. The transducers are limitless, extremely authoritative in its bass response, a linear frequency response, and it just gets out of the way of the music. That concept has not changed. It still remains as a reference sound for CMA. But for the re-review, this unit was predominantly used as the DAC and pre for the channel all through 2023. Now we have the Lampezator, and in the intervening time we had thrown the Holo Audio May, Chord Dave, and also Rock No Wave Dream into the mix in the process. But now we get to add tubes for this reassessment to the Warwick Acoustics Aperio with our own Golden Atlantic Lampezator. Finally, I think we have surpassed the HE-1's performance, not only in technicality, but the tube euphonic characteristics. The Lampezator with the Aperio is the pinnacle of hi-fi that we have tested at CMA against everything else in the industry. this has been a wonderful reassessment. I found myself that reviewing and assessing everything on the channel, then jumping back to Aperio, it's still the next class up from the Susvaras, even on the AIC10 Riviera and the Lampesator. It just sounds inherently different, performs differently to normal headphones we have in the industry. The boundless limitations of the drivers feels as though every nuance of sound is delivered in the best way possible. I think the sheer incisiveness of the treble region for the most tiniest of sounds in the macro dynamics and micro dynamics is what truly makes this system stand apart, so that even the treble region has authority and weight behind it, and this is a very complicated thing to do. What have I found that over time has annoyed me about the system? And don't get me wrong, it's an outstanding system. But no matter what you listen to, it will always become the norm if you listen to it long enough. A few aspects, I would say, akin to the Warwick Acoustics Bravera we just re-reviewed here. The beautiful construction of the transducers themselves, the beautiful design. Look at this stitching, for example. I find still to date does not lose the clamp. These drivers require a perfect airtight seal for that sub-bass to dig low. And unfortunately, after a couple of hours, I find myself fatiguing from the pressure that the drivers imbibe on the eardrums. And this was something that I did not expect to happen over time. Is it irksome? Not really, because the Warwick Acoustics Aperio is not a daily driver. I don't think this system is designed to be used with YouTube on a 24-hour basis and constantly go into. This is your home away from home. This is what you come to after a tired, long day's work, when you make yourself a drink and immerse yourself in a couple of hours of live music. And then you put the headphones down and go to bed. I think this is what it's designed for. The Susvaras, etc. are wonderful daily drivers. Comfort comes first with those. They are the most comfortable headphones I've ever put on my head. And I find myself reaching for those far more than the Aperio. But there is an occasion with Aperio. There is a time for Aperio. So I found myself, even when the unit came back for a reassessment, that the DAC and the internal pre got used as a reference for the channel, and I found myself picking up the transducers every week or so for a nighttime's listen, as if I was going to the concert. And with the accompaniment of the Lampesator, it truly gave a spectacular, organic performance. Also, the second thing being the weight of the cable. These two things are the only two aspects I think that I would like to be improved on the next system, is to have that cable reduced in weight because it weighs the headphones down, and maybe find a way of reducing the pressure of the clamp on the ears. But sonically, nothing has changed from day one. This is still the best hi-fi system in the world, this time with a touch of gold. So if you have the money, this is what you want to put on your coffee table to be the centerpiece of your audio listening room. Whether it's pre for your 2-channel system being able to run 150 feet runs, or the DAC, a fantastic implementation of ESS, by the way, the best I have ever heard, or adding a touch of tubes with a tube-based DAC like a Lampesator to take it to truly the summit tier of summit tiers, standing maybe not head and shoulders, but at least shoulders above the other two titans of the industry at a lower price, even in gold, Shangri-La Senior and HE-1 Orpheus. I highly recommend checking out the reviews for the counterparts to this incredible system. Reviews will be linked down below. So in conclusion, have I got bored of the system? Has something beaten it over the last year? No. I think this is the occasional going to the theatre experience that you will come to every week. I don't think this should be the system you listen to every minute of every day. I think this should remain special. But its versatility throughout its entire spectrum, though it's an all-in-one electrostatic system, truly stands and has not changed over the last year. And we have reviewed pretty much everything that has been hyped about in the industry in regards to the super flagship headphones. And it's one of the most clean designs, minimalistic, without the need of wires and piles of boxes that you can have on your desk. If you own one of these, whether in silver, black, or the limited edition gold, I truly believe you can walk away from the hobby and not even look back. A special heartfelt thank you goes out to Martin from Warwick Acoustics for sending the unit in again, and this time the gold variant, for a reassessment. We have compared this to the HE-1 and the Shangri-La. All the videos will be down below. I deeply appreciate it. It's always wonderful to come back to a super flagship product year down the line after listening to numerous other headphones and reassessing what you think and reevaluating your thought processes, because time changes everything. But sonically, this is exactly how it was on day one listen for me. If you like reviews such as these, consider joining Patreon, where you get to join our community in the private Telegram chat, discuss all manners of equipment, system setups, etc. I get to respond to you via voice, and all of your help goes towards paying our cameraman Jamie and our editors. Until the next one, peace.